blah, blah. I get a Facebook inbox from the dude in Mohila, don't even know I know him. Say, hey, I didn't know you was in, why you didn't have this together? And embarrassed, because wait a minute, you're the pastor, and folks inboxing you that you don't know, knowing about your situation. And you're supposed to be the light. How you think they made him think? Oh, you the man of God. And your stuff out of order. Come on, saints, this is what I'm trying to help you. That there are people that are watching you that you don't know. And there are people that know about you that you don't know about you. Keep your stuff together. I had no idea dude knew me. Didn't know we was Facebook. I'm Facebook friends with thousands of people that I don't know. You didn't even know that people know you like that are watching you. This is what I'm saying to you, saints. You got to be very careful how you live your life. I don't know if it pushed him toward God or pushed him away from God. Hopefully it pushed him toward, hopefully he wasn't like, man, this dude is whack. But I'm praying that it didn't become a stumbling block for him. Get your stuff in order so that you don't become a stumbling block for somebody. Can you say amen? Debt is a kind of bondage. So once you've made the choice to become debt free in your mind and in your spirit, here's some practical things you need to do, and I'm going to come to a close here. I want you to get out of here early today, and I want you to start working on your stuff. Number one is this: gather all your bills into one place. Don't be in denial about what you owe. Face it. And we know that there are bills coming in and we don't even open because we know exactly what it is.
All right.
You know we don't want to face it. Denial. Not denial in the Bible. Denial. Denial. A lot of us are living in denial. And that's why we have that fear in our life, because we know that any given day is going to catch up with us. You know eventually they're going to cut your lights off. You know eventually they will put an eviction notice on your door. Eventually they will take the truck. Eventually you will get up to go to work in the morning and you will look outside and you will have the keys but no car. Don't be in denial, baby. Don't pray for a miracle. You be the miracle and get the stuff in order. See, let me say this to you. If God did a miracle for every single thing we need, we wouldn't learn the discipline and the character we need to learn. Boy, I'm preaching better than y'all talking back to me today. That if God did a miracle every time I got myself in trouble, guess what? I keep going back to it. Pay off this $10,000 loan, guess what? I go take out another one because it's a mentality thing. This is why sisters and brothers don't get married until you find out what the debt sheet look like. Because their debt becomes your debt. And your debt becomes their debt. And if you really love me, you're going to take on my debt too. You better hope it's something you want to deal with. Because guess what? When you die, somebody's still going to pay their debt. It's probably going to be the person you're married to that's going to have to holler at their debt. Aaron said, make sure you got good life insurance. I do. I got good life insurance. My wife knows I got good life insurance. So if I drop dead and somebody kill me, she's going to be like, oh, I'm so sad, but where's the check? They're going to be like, man, when that funeral is over, she's going to be like, yeah. That's what always she going to be. Lord, I took care of my family financially on that end. Gather your bills into one place. Do you know how much you owe? Do you know how much you owe? You need to find out how much you owe. Find out how much you owe. Because then it gives you a goal. You're able to understand, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to position myself. I cannot eat out 7 days a week and know that I still got that to pay for. Some of our favorite word needs to become no. No, you can't go. No, you can't do. Live like nobody else else today so that you can live like nobody else tomorrow. See, you want to be in it today. You want to be in it today. You want to be at the front of the line today. You want to be the known one today. But what about tomorrow? Yeah. Learn how to sacrifice today so that you won't have to sacrifice tomorrow. Y'all hear me, church? Yeah. Jesus said for the joy that was set before him. So y'all don't think I'm talking about Jesus enough today. For the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross, despising the shame, that he knew what was in front of him, but he endured it with character. Do you know how much you owe? Make a list of every bill you owe. I provided for you a budget sheet today. You don't know? Take the budget sheet home. Write out your bills on it. The first thing I say this, I was telling somebody is, you watch your stuff for a month before you start making a budget. You don't make your stuff off of 1 week because you're not able to see trends. You're not able to see, hey, there are certain times in the month where I'm hormonal and I eat out a lot more than I do. Come on. Well, y'all act like I'm not talking like I'm in space. I hope I'm not in space. Am I in your house? Yes. Oh, I hope I am. Yeah, in your house. Watch it for a month. Write it out. Watch your bills. Then you start paying stuff. You start making budgets that way. Let me tell you how to do this so that you don't feel like you're a loser or that you're not winning. Pay your smallest bills first. Pay them off. I'm not telling you anything total money makeover, Dave Ramsey. Next year, I'm going to be doing a small group for financial peace. So if you want that 3-year debt release, that's a small group you need to be in. I'll be in that one. That one you got to pay for. Not pay me, but pay for your stuff. Pay your smallest bills first. And then once you pay that small bill, you don't take that money and start spending it. You make that small money work for you. You pay off your next bill with that. Temporary delay. Temporary delay. Yes, those shoes look great. And guess what? In a year, they're going to be old. Amen. So don't try to go get them today. Yes, no. Take a pause for the cause. And say, you know what? I'm not going to buy nothing for a year. I don't need nothing no way. I'm going to wear everything I got for a whole year and not spend no money on clothes and see how much money you come out with. Or you know you can wear your hair in a particular way that you don't need to go get your hair done every week. Go by the week, baby, and save up and make it get it done. Just saying. You can find a way. I don't like braids, so I mean, Sabrina can't go get braids for a whole year. I don't like them. I mean, it might be nice on you, but I'm just saying, Lord, don't stone me after church. But you don't like braids? No, saying, whatever it takes to save your money, that's what you need to do. My last point is this: keep God involved. Keep God involved. Don't forget what Jesus said in John 15:5. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. See, I don't care how practical you get, you can't get away from Jesus. That apart from him, you can do nothing. Now, I was thinking about this, and I was watching this show yesterday, and they were talking about Ted Turner. And they were talking about how he was this billionaire and how he was just this genius, but how he always made his money work for him. And he had came to a point in his entrepreneurial life that he was a billionaire. He was worth $3 billion. That year that he was worth $3 billion, he gave away $1 billion. Yeah. You want to know why giving still helps you come out of your bondage? It's because it helps you keep money in perspective. That money is only a tool. This is why when you're still coming out of bondage, you still need to give, because it helps you keep money in perspective. I'm only trying to help you. That if you've seen anybody that has ever been anything for God or anything hugely, they always give. Always. Ask Bill Gates how much he gives away. It's part of the package. The church is the only place that feel like that all I want to do is keep, and never give. And that's why there are no Christians that are in the top 100 richest people. They're all Buddhist. Hear me. That we want to talk about the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. It will never be that for us, because we don't know how to manage what's in our hand until God gives us what's in our heart. That we should have a big heart for our city, a big heart for our church, a big heart for the poor that causes me to give out of my pain. And God says, okay, because you can give out of your pain, then I can trust you with more. God only trusts givers with more, not takers. Think about the people that are in your life and all they do is drain you because they're taking time, taking energy. And you're like, man, I can do later for you. But think about the people that you have a reciprocal relationship with. They give, you give. They give, you give. It's beautiful. I buy dinner sometimes, you buy dinner sometimes. When it's mutual, this is the kind of relationship you have with God. Your natural response to love is giving, and his natural response to love for you is giving. I'm not trying to make you a millionaire, I'm trying to make you honest. I'm trying to make you full of integrity. I'm trying to get you to a place where the world can look at you and say, that is the believer I want to be. I want their God. So that's why, man, you need to keep tithing. Keep tithing. Keep tithing, because it helps you keep money in perspective. Help the poor. Help the poor. It helps you keep money in perspective. Don't give it to people that you already know don't need it. All because you're trying to suck up. You think they're going to open a door for you. But that ain't the case. We talked about motives last week. I won't talk about it again this week. Let me ask you a few more questions and I'm coming to a close here. What would you do in your life if you didn't have to worry about money? What would you do in your life right now if you didn't have to worry about money? If money wasn't an issue, what would you do with your life? Selah. That's the thing that's possible for you. That's the thing that the devil don't want you to have. Because if he can keep bondage in your life, that very thing that you can do without money being an issue is the very thing that you can do if you didn't have bondage in your life. I hope I expanded your mind today. I hope you walk out of here like, good night, that was a lot. I want you to see yourself creating value in the world. See, this is why you see these people like Bill Gates going and challenging causes that, and it's messed up that I can't even reference you to a Christian. That's how messed up it is. That these people are going after diseases, throwing money and trying to cure poverty and hunger. That they're using their lives and their resources for the building up of humanity. And we have a greater cause for the kingdom of God. And we can't put a 10 in the bucket. I want us to get bigger. And our mentalities. That God is using us to create value in the world, baby. Value on your job and value in your neighborhood. That when people see you, they see the life of God in you. Do you hear my heartbeat today? something that nobody else has ever done. But you got to position yourself for it. Get from under bondage. Get into a place of freedom. Can you give God a great big hand praise? Come on, give him a big hand praise on that. I want to pray. I want to pray. Thank you, Logan. I want to pray. I want to pray. I want to pray. And if you feel like, God, this was for me, and you're calling me to a place out of bondage and to a place of freedom, and maybe you're financially well off today and this message didn't mean anything to you, but your soul is in bondage, and you don't know a relationship with Jesus, and you're bound by the situations of life, that you're not able to be free to experience the abundant life. I want you to receive your freedom today. Stand in agreement with me, would you? Let's pray. Stand to our feet. Let's put our faith together. Let's put our faith together. Everybody reaching toward heaven.